Yeshua, please heal me in every way possible. Yeshua, please give me this job I'm going to have an interview on Monday for. May I live a life of ease. May I be safe and healthy. May I love and be loved. And may I be happy and at peace. Alrighty, so I am going to do my Twitch short. And then I'll do my YouTube short. This is my stream starting soon. I guess I could stop saying that, considering don't need to. People really already know what it is. Alright, so I had difficulties setting up my... There we go. So Twitch video... Reading, writing, and chatting mechanical poetry live. Alright, so posting story. My story has been posted. Let's go to YouTube. Writing, reading, and chatting mechanical poetry live. That should suffice. Title it. Reading, writing, and chatting mechanical poetry live. Let's do an exclamation point. Hashtag live stream. Hashtag poetry. And then maybe one more hashtag spoken words. Spoken word. All right. Let's upload the short. While that is uploading, I'm going to check, make sure the streams are good. YouTube says excellent connection. I did a stream last Monday and decided that I was going to pick 4 p.m. for my new streaming time. However, that could be changing soon if I get this job, or when I get this job. Let's just confess positive. Speak those things that are not as though they are. So, yep. Which says unstable. Says I got a viewer in here. Unless that is me. Howdy. What? Howdy. Chat it up. I'm going to read some poetry. And I guess I could work on that poem that I have yet to finish. So, yeah. But I did pick out a poem to read right away. I decided to go with the poem, and then I was going to watch the YouTube video of it. So let's see, let's go to YouTube Studio, content, edit, add a description, Reading, writing, and chatting. Mechanical Poetry Live. Talk to me, or I'm just talking to myself. And then I guess I'll just do one hashtag or two, live stream, and then poetry. All right. Got a description. So, entertainment, but I suppose this would be people in blogs. Funny poetry. I got poems. Would you please talk to me? Poetry Live. Writing Live. Writing Poetry Live. Come on now. And that's why I started streaming like 10 minutes early, because setting up the YouTube short takes a little bit longer than well, if I'm doing both Twitch and YouTube now, yeah. Because Twitch started doing their stories. I don't know how long Twitch saves their stories, but I've been deleting the Twitch ones because I don't want a whole bunch of stories of me just saying, yeah, my stream's starting. Stream starting soon. Live stream. Poetry. Alright, that'll be enough. Save it. And then my last short, all I had said was, ooh, walking with the dead, y'all, ooh. And it got like 2.4 thousand views. So that was interesting. I haven't deleted it because I was like, ooh, that's another 2,000 views that I have. But I have been deleting all of my shorts that are just my intro. I did do 100 words, a short of that one, and didn't get many views, but that's okay. It's cool that 83 people watched, or 86 people watched it, and I got a like. All right, so it's almost 4 o'clock. It says I got somebody on Twitch watching, pretty sure. Writing and reading with one viewer. In the category of writing and reading, which I did not know about. I was doing podcasts and talk shows, but I was like, this isn't really a podcast or a talk show. And then I just put writing down, and I found writing and reading. It doesn't have many followers. It just says 8,000.3. 8.3 thousand people are following that. So not many people are watching people read and write poetry. Nobody's watching me on YouTube, it says. And yeah. Once it hits 10 o'clock, I will read my poem that I selected first. I'll get it. Oh, I think I do have it booted up. Yeah, so let's do that. Get it ready. And once it hits 4 o'clock, got me some water because talking kind of parches your throat, it seems. All right, 4 o'clock. I'll switch it on over. So this one I wrote years ago. I think it's pretty good. I was going to watch the YouTube video because I edited the video to break up my pauses of the sentences so it reads a lot faster than I'm going to read it now on YouTube. And you can tell a difference in my voice. Like, this was like probably 3 years ago, and my voice has gotten deeper only because of smoking cigarettes and probably the marijuana. But I haven't smoked marijuana for like 3 weeks because it's legal where I am, but you never know with drug testing and a job. They may be like, oh, you smoke marijuana. But I titled this one Desired, and let's read it. Failing, but I am optimistic. The last sentence wasn't important enough to finish. I want to light myself on fire right now. I want to be desired. People talk about me behind my back. I talk about people behind their back. They normally turn around. I can't think because I still hear people talking behind me. I turn around. Please stop talking. You talk too much, and it is. I'm almost done. Stop talking over everyone. I don't know what to write about. I think my mind is broken. I no longer have anything important. So yeah, this was somewhat of a sad song or poem. Let's go ahead and bring up the YouTube version of this. It's much better on YouTube because when I edited it, alright, so I'm just gonna search it, but that's is that searching my stuff? Okay, hit that. So Desired. There it is.
Desire.
Let's back it up. Full screen. Switch it on over.
Desired. Failing, but I am optimistic. The last sentence wasn't important enough to finish. I want to light myself on fire right now. I want to be desired. People talk about me behind my back. I talk about people behind their back. They normally turn around. I can't think because I still hear people talking behind me. I turn around. Please stop talking. You talk too much, and it is. I'm almost done. Stop talking over everyone. I don't know what to write about. I think my mind is broken. I no longer have anything important.
Yeah, I definitely like the YouTube version better. And yeah, my voice has definitely changed. Let's go to an earlier poem, because you can just indefinitely tell the difference. So I'll do Mr. Marbles. This is when I had no intro or outro. And this is when if I screwed up the take, I had to redo it over again. Over and over and over again. I typically, when I did have editing software, I would just reread it since my poems aren't very long and it doesn't take that much time. Because I noticed, like, when you edit speech, like, it sounds weird when you go from one sentence to another and you sound different. Like, the flow isn't there, I suppose I could say. But yeah, let's watch it. It's probably loud enough.
Hey, Machine here with Mechanical Poetry. I'm going to read you a poem titled Mr. Marbles. Hello, my name is Mr. Marbles. Can't take a hint, have no clue. Lost in this space, insanity ensued. Tiptoe on glass, have no shoes.
Cut my feet and I bleed the color blue. No, not at all like you.
I live here, the padded white room. Observing is all you can do. No visitors allowed, it's just too soon. The goal is to think, act and smile like the fool. Brainwashed to accept their order and rule. Apologies to whomever I offend. I only answer to whom I commend. I do remember being very frustrated when I wrote that poem. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want some more mechanical poetry, please.
Yeah. I got 200 subscribers now. That is really cool. I almost gave up on this channel. I almost deleted all of my poetry and was just going to keep my first video. The reason why I started this YouTube channel was to put a video for my my house mod, I'm Home, for Skyrim. But I decided, no, I'm just going to keep it. Because I started this when I was 32 years old, I think. I was either, yeah, I was 32. It was the winter. I don't remember. It was probably 2016. Yeah, so I'm coming up on 10 years from when the first time I released a poem, or my first poem. But yeah, I will check out this house mod. I thought it was funny. I did multiple takes with my voice, just commentary and like talking about the house mod, but I hated every single one and I just got sick of it. And then I did a joke one. I didn't even think I was going to use it, but I decided that it was good enough. I wanted to go to bed and upload this to YouTube before I went to bed. And then when I woke up, like, my house mod, it blew up. It was like the most popular house mod that I have. Still is. I think it's got like 14,000 people are subscribed to it. And I remember when Skyrim, or Bethesda, forgive me, BethesdaNet, they did something to where it changed the numbers. Like, I think if I remember, it was like 1 million people like at least clicked on to look at the house mod, but I had lots of downloads, people using my mod, but they changed something and now it's all different now. So I just brought up the map to show people where it is. The video is really crappy because I never uploaded a video to YouTube before. And all I say is, that's Purdy.
Ah, that's Purdy. Oh. Ah, that's Purdy. Ah,
It's Purdy.
that's Purdy.
Then I'm showing off the bookcase that you can store a whole bunch of books. 72 in total. Showing off the upstairs.
That's Purdy.
You got your bed, lots of storage. Everything you need to do. Show a little bit of the first floor.
Ah, yeah. Oh, that's Purdy.
Now this was really cool. You sit down and it acts as though, like, one of those,
That's Purdy.
I think they're 12 idols or whatever. You can cleanse your diseases if you click on it. So I just added the action to when you sit down.
That's Purdy.
And that was very useful for when I play games. Because you just come home and you got it right there, cleansing bath.
Yeah.
I worked really hard on the lighting, and that's why I wanted to show it off at night also. Because the lighting looks really good in this mod. Like all my other mods, when you turn around, like, the lighting would be all stupid and flicker or whatever, but somehow with this one, I was able to get the lighting just right, and I was very happy with that mod. Alright, so yeah, I guess I will work on the poem that I'm currently working on. Don't know if I actually want to. I honestly don't know if I want to scrap it or not. Because I want to finish it, but I just don't really know how to finish it. I don't have a title. Maybe I need something before this. But this is a fairly strong intro. Focus on the present and forgive your past. So focus on the present and forgive your past. Tired of jumping in the hole. Excuse me, darling, willingly jumping in the hole. It's dangerous as fuck, yet you still jump. Very much aware of the situation. Continuing with the wrong decisions. I am out of ideas. I should be in control of these hands. I want to not want to. I need this to be done. Whatever it is I'm writing about, sorrow and psychological harm, I need to work it out. Should I make myself a to-do list? Make sure I write everything down. Bite my tongue. Eliminate each and every frown. Now that is the sentences that I came up with the last time I streamed on Monday, so at least there's a little bit of progress. Bite my tongue, eliminate each and every frown. I just don't know about this poem, really. Focus on the present and forgive your past. Tired of jumping in the hole. Excuse me, darling. Willingly jumping in the hole. It's dangerous as fuck, yet you still jump. Very much aware of the situation. Continuing with the wrong decisions. I'm out of ideas. I should be in control of these hands. I want to not want to. I need this to be done. Whatever it is I'm writing about, sorrow and psychological harm, I need to work it out. Should I make myself a to-do list? Make sure I write everything down? Bite my tongue, eliminate each and every frown. All right. Bite my tongue, eliminate each and every frown. Don't know where to go with this poem. Don't know where to go with this poem. All right. Well, I'll just read another poem. Let's scroll on down. One of these days, I'm going to get the best poem ever in under 60 seconds. That would be... I told myself if I practice it each stream, I'll eventually be able to not screw it up and read it in under 60 seconds. So let's give it a shot. I won't keep this part. It would be after this. So it would start with this. So the title would be shown. Or I suppose I don't have to start here. I could start here, and that would eliminate some time. I'll just take a deep breath and try to read it correctly and not mess it up and read it under 60 seconds. So I'm at almost 25 minutes into my stream. Let's give it a shot. 24:40. Let's do it at 24:45. I will be writing the best poem ever. Of course I'm being sarcastic because that would be quite the endeavor. However, I might be able to write this best poem. See, I just messed it up. Let's try it again. What time am I at? 25 minutes. I will be writing the best poem ever. Of course, I'm being sarcastic because that would be quite the endeavor. However, I might be able to write the best poem ever should I start writing now. This supposedly superior poem I will write could be about an owl. Ha ha! That is and was, therefore it's a joke. The best poem ever might just pause for suspense. Also, I didn't want to rhyme the word you might have thought I would. The best poem ever would make more sense. Or offend someone and rhyme joke with the word smoke, toke, coke, choke, pope. The list could go on and on. But I'm not going to list them all, I don't have time. I want to write the best poem ever, and it apparently cannot rhyme. Define. They already screwed it up. I didn't need sound on some part, especially the end of words or lines of verse. Dictionary.com. Do you see what I am saying, or are you reading what I'm writing? Better yet, you hear what I have to say, that is, that this is, or very well could be, the best poem ever, and by extension makes this an ironic day, because you might make it to the end of the worst poem ever made. Well, I did better that time. Yeah, I think I might have read that in under a minute, but I screwed it up, so that's okay. I will get it eventually. It is possible to read that in under 60 seconds. It'd be nice if YouTube allowed more than 60-second shorts, but they don't as far as I know. Let's go ahead and Bing that, since I don't use Google Chrome on my computer. I use Bing. Bingy Bing Bing. Because anytime you search something on Microsoft's Bing, you collect points. And every so often, I can redeem a $5 video game. And I've done that, I think, 3 times since I've started using Bing. And in my opinion, it's worth it just solely for that. Like, I purchased... Plus, if you use your Xbox, you gain points that way too. So anytime I play a game, whether it's on a computer or my console, it will give me tiny increments of points, and then it eventually adds up to $5, and then I'll just buy a $5 game, which one of them was Gears of War Ultimate Edition. And then buying that, they gave me Gears of War Reloaded for free. So that's very cool. Does YouTube, or should I say, will YouTube ever allow more than a 60-second short? YouTube has recently updated its shorts feature, allowing creators to upload videos longer than 60 seconds, starting from October 15, 2024. It can be up to 3 minutes long. But I think I read this and I couldn't figure it out because I go on my phone and there's no settings to, like, I'll do a short, it says 15 seconds. Oh, there it is. But when I am, because I use I take it from Twitch and turn it into a short on Twitch, and I think it's Twitch that doesn't allow more than 60 seconds. So maybe I could look into just adding it to YouTube as opposed to using Twitch. So I guess that's something to look at. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and look and see if anybody's watching on YouTube. I don't know if they are, darling. No, says nobody's watching, but I did get a subscriber, which is very interesting, and OBS is supposed to notify me if I get a YouTube or Twitch follow, but it stopped doing that a long time ago. So it says, see your subscribers, and they must have their subscriptions hidden because I do not see a new person on the list. So, and whoever popped in is no longer here because I view channel and it says one person's watching. So if it was you, whoever is watching, thank you very much for subscribing. I have lots of poetry. I will do that now and read you a poem. Let's figure out what I'm gonna write or read. Let's see here, darling. I could read this one. This one's really good in my opinion. I could read it and then show you the YouTube video of it. All right, so let's switch on over. I titled this one Black Blanket. I wanted to say something quick and beautiful, but I don't know where my happiness is. I think I lost it. Or was it taken from me and hidden underneath my black blanket? If my happiness is in a better place, I suppose I could end this stupid chase. A path to beautiful understanding replaced with what I will call individuality erased. Like, in my opinion, that is just beautifully worded. It's just very intelligent, very beautifully written. It's sad, yes it is. A lot of my poetry is sad, something I'm most definitely working on, and my therapist said that I've gone a long way and I've progressed very much so. And I don't have as many negative thoughts as I used to. Like, it's getting better. All right, so I'm going to show the YouTube video of that because it's fun. It's fun to do that. All right, so Black Blanket. Oh. All right, so you press play. Hello, it is Machine with Mechanical Poetry. I'm going to read you a poem. It is titled Black Blanket. I wanted to say something quick and beautiful, but I don't know where my happiness is. I think I lost it. Or was it taken from me and hidden underneath my black blanket? If my happiness is in a better place, I suppose I could end this stupid chase. A path to beautiful understanding replaced with what I will call individuality erased. Yeah, so I put a poem together this morning. It's short. I don't know exactly what it means. I'm not depressed or anything. I never scripted my thoughts section. Sometimes I did, so it sounded a little bit more whatever, but yeah, I think that one is a very good poem. All right, so we'll just go ahead and move on. What could I read now? Let's see. I like this poem. Let's go ahead with it. I've read this on multiple streams before, but it's a good one, so I might as well just read it again. I titled it Everyone Matters. It is really as simple as that. The title of the poem says it all. Everyone you know, whoever they know, celebrities, kings, queens, fiends, drug addicts, alcoholics, women that have abortions, murderers, rich people with more than one home, the homeless, the list doesn't stop. Because everyone is on the list. I understand not everyone knows this truth, and yes, there will always be people that hate. Hate is of many. Love is of many more. Yeah, it's a good poem. I think this was during like the Black Lives Matter thing, and I'm not saying that was stupid or anything. It was just like in my head, I'm just like, well, every life matters. Everyone matters. Everyone. So, I don't know. Like I said, it wasn't against the whole movement of the Black Lives Matter and whatever. I just wanted to write a poem, explaining that everyone's life is important. Everyone is important. Everyone is on the list, no matter who you are, no matter what you've done in your life. Yeah. If anybody's on Twitch or YouTube, chat it up. That's why I have the chat to my right of my third monitor. I got my main monitor that I look at when I'm either reading or writing poetry. On my left, I have my monitor monitoring OBS, which is supposed to inform me if somebody on Twitch follows me or YouTube, but it never does. I recently looked to see if there was an update for Stream Elements, because there's a little in OBS you can add Stream Elements to stream to both YouTube and Twitch and TikTok or Facebook if you wanted to, or Instagram, but I am on YouTube and Twitch. I've tried Twitter, I don't think I've ever tried Instagram, to be honest, but I really don't want any more platforms. I don't want to stream to 3 different. Twitch is really popular and YouTube is really popular, and I don't want to add 3 different streams. I know some people do that, but it's just not for me. For a very long time when I started streaming on Twitch, it was just video games, and I kept it separate from my YouTube channel because at that time, I was like, I don't even know if I want to continue with my YouTube channel, but I decided to keep it. And yeah. All right. Let's see here. Go ahead and read another poem. Yeah, let's read this poem. It's gotta be happier, right? It's so short, though. No, I'm not gonna read it. I'll read this one and then show the YouTube video because the YouTube video of this one is much better. I have this as one of my backgrounds. I changed it up a bit, but all right, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it like I used to when I did my YouTube poems back in the day. I used to be like, yo, it's Machine with mechanical poetry. I'm gonna read you a poem titled Inside This Brain. Hurry it up. Another poem to corrupt. This may be fun for the few or only some. Not many words come to me to help explain. I guess you would have to live inside this brain. Yeah, so let me show you the YouTube video of that. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, according to my screen, it says somebody's watching on YouTube still, so thank you very much for sticking around. Like I said, if you want to chat, go for it. If you want to chat, oops. Checking out Twitch. Somebody's watching on Twitch as well. If you want to chat, go ahead and chat. It is there for a reason. Alright, so I'm going to watch the YouTube video of Inside This Brain. Okay. I'm going to pause it. Full screen. I wonder why it's doing that. It's just circling around. That's strange. Hold on, let me figure this out. I hope they didn't take that off my channel. I put this out 8 years ago. February 27th, 2017. Dang. I wonder why it's not working. Okay, I'm going to close it, open YouTube again, and I'll see if it works this time. Maybe though they don't like the fact that I'm watching my own videos on YouTube. But they're my videos, why? Why wouldn't I be able to? Yeah, what's going on? It is not working in the search. Let's see if I can find it with oldest. Where are you? There it is. Why aren't my videos? I don't like this. This is not cool. Let's try a random one. Okay, because
It is Machine with Mechanical Poetry. I will be reading you a poem titled Roaming Robots. Robots are calling me on the phone, informing me when and where they will roam. No longer wanting to be alone, asking me, please.
We left at the home.
No, roaming robots, step away from my door. You may not enter, that I implore. I do not see love in your eyes. Disguised synthetic smiles are what I find.
that was my
I
daughter.
wrote this poem at work. Somebody called me on the phone. He sounded like a robot. I was at work. I was bored. I thought it was funny in my head. Worked on it a couple days. My daughter provided the voice of the really awkward may we please live in your home or whatever.
In your home. It was hilarious, I thought.
Funny and slapped it all together and I will be reading you a poem titled Roaming Robots. Robots are calling me on the phone, informing me when and where they will roam. No longer wanting to be alone, asking me, please.
We left at the home.
No, roaming robots,
Step away from my door.
You may not enter,
That I implore. I do not see love in your eyes.
Disguised synthetic smiles are what I find.
Yeah, I think it was a good poem. A little
I
awkward,
wrote
but
this poem at work.
a little awkward, but it's a good one. May we live in your home. Alright. Bite my tongue, eliminate each and every frown. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this stream for sure. Got like 25 more minutes on my stream. So let's just go ahead and read another one. I wonder if I could... wonder if I'm able to. I got roaming robots, but I don't know if I'm able to read it like I normally would. Robots are calling me on the phone, informing me when and where they will roam. No longer wanting to be alone, asking me, please, may we live in your home? May we live in your home? So I did it 3 times. Maybe 3 times was too much. I don't know. I thought it was funny. No, roaming robots, step away from my door. You may not enter, that I implore. I do not see love in your eyes. Disguised synthetic smiles are what I find. The last 2 sentences I think are really good though. Because, I mean, robots wouldn't know what love is. At least I would imagine not the way that we know. So, like, I do not see love in your eyes. Disguised synthetic smiles are what I find. And in my writing, I like to use words with the same letters sometimes. So, like synthetic smiles. Thought that was pretty good writing. Synthetic smiles. Okay, what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do is start from the top with the one I'm writing and see if something pops up in my head to add another sentence. So focus on the present and forgive your past. Tired of jumping in the hole, excuse me, darling, willingly jumping in the hole. It's dangerous as fuck, yet you still jump. Very much aware of the situation, continuing with the wrong decisions. I am out of ideas. I should be in control of these hands. I want to not want to. I need this to be done. Whatever it is I'm writing about, sorrow and psychological harm, I need to work it out. Should I make myself a to-do list? Make sure I write everything down? Bite my tongue? Eliminate each and every frown? See, I have no idea where to go. No idea where to go from there. These 2 sentences, well, I guess it's just one sentence. Bite my tongue, eliminate each and every frown. That was just from my last stream on Monday when I decided I wanted to start streaming my poetry again. And yeah, nothing is popping up in my head. Nothing. Alrighty. I'm gonna read my best poem ever again, because I would like to be able to read that correctly without any errors and under 60 seconds. Like, even if it's 59, 58 seconds, that way I can snip it from Twitch and add it as a short. Because I think... so this is why it's doing that. Let's fix this real quick. Oh, why is it doing that? Alright, that looks good. Alright, maybe this will be the one. Maybe this will be the one. I'm going to read you a poem titled Best Poem Ever. Hold on, let me get my head. I broke my headset. I need to buy a new one. I duct taped it and whatnot, but yeah. I will be writing the best poem ever. I will be writing the best poem ever. Of course I'm being sarcastic because that would be quite the endeavor. However, I might be able to write the best poem ever should I start writing now. This supposedly superior poem I will write could be about an owl. That is and was, therefore it's a joke. the best poem ever might just pause for suspense. Also, I didn't want to Also, I didn't want to rhyme the word you might have thought I would. The best poem ever would make more sense. Or offend someone and rhyme joke with the word smoke, toke, choke, hope. The list could go on and on. But I'm not going to list them all. I don't have time. I want to write the best poem ever, and it apparently cannot rhyme. Define. Identity in sound on some part, especially the end of words or lines of verse. Dictionary.com. Do you see what I am saying, or are you reading what I'm writing? Better yet, you hear what I have to say, that is, that this is, or very well could be, the best poem ever, and by extension makes this an ironic day, because you might make it to the end of the worst poem ever made. Yeah, I did not do that correctly. I screwed that up many, many times. But that's okay, I'll get it eventually. Eventually, I suppose I could try it one more time, right? Why not? I will be writing the best poem ever. Of course, I'm being sarcastic because that would be quite the endeavor. However, I might be able to write the best poem ever should I start writing now. This supposedly superior poem I will write could be about an owl. That is and was, therefore it's a joke. Fucked it up again. Alright. Maybe next stream, because this is definitely making me angry. It's making me angry. Do I have any poems with the word anger in it? I think I do. Anger, rage, and pain. That one's pretty good, I guess. I'm going to read it like I used to. I'd always say, hey, it's Machine with mechanical poetry. I'm going to read you a poem titled Anger, Rage, and Pain. I cannot hide my mind with these feelings left inside. Hope is not lost and never will be. I believe and stand for love, even when I cannot see. Blinded by my anger, rage, and pain. This sadness that clouds over me. Feelings of insanity. Put my pieces back together. What do you see? A simple man and his curiosity. I mean, it's not my best poem, but it's a pretty good one. It's pretty good. A lot of the poetry that I put on YouTube was poetry that I wrote before I started my YouTube channel, but I wrote a lot of new poetry by starting this channel, which was cool because I stopped writing for quite some time and got back to it, and I found that a lot of the new poetry that I wrote after getting back into writing was much better. Like that poem, The Best Poem Ever, it's funny and like it's actually very intelligent and very well written. I mean, I've had some poems where it was just like I just wanted to upload something because that was back in the day when I was trying to upload a poem like 3 times a week because YouTube suggests that you are constantly creating content for people to watch. So that was when I was doing like 3 poems a week, and then it dwindled to like 2, and then I would do it once a week, and then the last poem I put on YouTube was like 9 months ago. But I got this new thing now because I've been doing it ever since. Let's see what poem it was that I've been doing it. All right, so iDrive. It's always listed in alphabetical order, but I wonder if I can list it. I don't know. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Yeah, let's really quick take a look. Let's see. Oldest videos. Says somebody's watching on YouTube still, so thank you very much. I don't know if you're the same person. If you want to chat it up, I got like 15 more minutes on my stream if you want to chat. Okay, so Nothing to Something was 9 months ago. Shitty Poem was 11 months ago. Past It was a year ago. And then What the Fuck was more than a year ago. And then Words That Feel Good was even more. And then Another Alone Poem was even further. And then it goes all the way to 3 years with my poem Second Dead. And then the poem I read at the beginning of this stream, Desired, was like 4 years ago. So like I basically have not been putting poetry on here. But the new thing I've been doing, and I've been doing it since so I've done 5 poems live. I'm pretty sure this one, Another Alone Poem, it could have been done live because I have the camera up at the top. Let's go ahead and watch it. You know that feeling when you are not alone, but really that is all you are, alone. Like it doesn't matter that you are actually in someone else's life, yet you feel nothing but, I'm alone. I have not cared to write in a long time, and this is what I write, and I'm alone. I took a long car ride wondering if someone else's careless driving would take care of me. In the car, I was alone. I regret learning the truth, and if only I could go back to everyone else's illusion, maybe I wouldn't be alone. Many sad thoughts then and still. I hope I'm alone when I'm killed. So yeah, that's definitely a sad one. It was when before I was going to see a therapist. Let's just go ahead and watch the next one because I know that one's sad too. But I think I still didn't find a therapist yet, so.
All right, darling, we gotta start from the beginning. Let's just do a funny one, just in case, darling. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. What to say that has yet to be said? By me, I mean, because how difficult would that be? What have I not heard? I'm starting to wonder if people simply run out of words. A test to positive make me believe. Because I don't feel important or popular, cool, hip, bodacious, stacked, accredited, adequate, fearsome, handsome, beloved, lustrous, or maybe all words that feel good and then some. Happy at times, but is it selfish to want to be happier? We get what we get with no fits? That cannot be how it works. What if some things can change even if whatever else stays the same? What if I'm out of what ifs, and this can simply be defined by that? I should simply see a psychologist soon to have a somber chat.
Actually, I don't think that was when. I don't think that's when I was doing my poetry live and whatnot, so. But let's find that one. Because I'm going to read it normally as opposed to all jokey style. Words that feel good. So let's bring that up. Yeah, because I'm fairly positive that that one I just had the idea to start reading the poetry with me on camera because I had the setup to do so. So, Yo's Machine with Mechanical Poetry. I'm going to read you a poem titled Words That Feel Good. What to say that has yet to be said? By me, I mean, because how difficult would that be? What have I not heard? I'm starting to wonder if people simply run out of words. Attest the positive, make me believe. Because I don't feel important or popular, cool, hip, bodacious, stacked, accredited, adequate, fearsome, handsome, beloved, lustrous, or maybe all words that feel good and then some. Happy at times, but is it selfish to want to be happier? We get what we get with no fits? That cannot be how it works. What if some things can change even if whatever else stays the same? What if I am out of what ifs and this can simply be defined by that? I should simply see a psychologist soon to have a somber chat. I think that's my favorite line in this poem. Because this doesn't necessarily make sense, but it doesn't really necessarily have to. What if some things can change even if whatever else stays the same? Well, I guess it makes sense, because if some things change, even if whatever else stays the same. I really like doing this in some of my poems too, where I have long sentences and I almost run out of breath when I'm reading it. Because I don't feel important or popular, cool, hip, bodacious, stacked, accredited, adequate, fearsome, handsome, beloved, lustrous, or maybe all words that feel good and then some. But yeah, this is my favorite line. I should simply see a psychologist soon to have a somber chat. And I did. And it was a very good idea. Because I honestly think I was moving towards to killing myself. I had thoughts of taking my life like a lot. Because when you don't feel important to like anybody, like it's like you have thoughts of like, well, why should I even exist if nobody gives a shit? Like straight up. But yup, oh yeah. What am I gonna read? I got like 8 more minutes. Let's see. What? I want to know when I did do my first live poem. And it looks as though whoever was watching on YouTube is no longer there. So that's really cool that somebody did pop in. I wonder if anybody's watching on Twitch still. It says somebody's watching on Twitch. Well, howdy, whoever you are on Twitch. If you want to chat for the next 7 minutes, that'd be cool. Cause yeah, I got the chat open. It's open and ready to go. It's open, ready to go. So videos. Okay, so I think it might have been. Actually, no. I think I've only done 2 poems live. I don't know for sure. Actually, I kind of want to see if there's something in the description. I'm gonna mute it and see. Uh, Weird. I never hit that button before. Show transcript? I don't know what that is. Okay, I'm gonna check this one. No, I don't know. I know for a fact that I've done 2 poems live. So it has to be Nothing to Something and Shitty Poem. So I'll read Nothing to Something. That was my most recent poem that I uploaded to YouTube and recorded live. All right. Doop. Doop. I am important and worthy of love. I want to be happy and change how I think. Processing my life, putting the pieces together. What happens if I think that way forever? Will you end it? You know what you are talking about. If you read that sentence a certain way, it doesn't sound like doubt. Alas, I do have one concern. When do I fully stop to learn? Love thyself, but what does that really mean? That would definitely be one of many things. Like having a lot of sweet, sweet cash. Sunbathing, brandishing my ass. Things that make me happy, just to list a few. Thoughts are processing, you have shit to do. What is it that really makes you happy? Love, of course, but let's not get too sappy. That is not too bad. This poem isn't supposed to be sad. I used to think I was nothing. All the while I am something. Yeah, it's a pretty good poem for not writing poetry for years. And got like 4 minutes. Let's go ahead and go with my oldest poems. And let's do this one. Gotta pause it. And bam. Oh, this is when I only recorded in 720p. Okay. Got the volume up.
Hey, it is Machine with Mechanical Poetry. Warning. This poem is going to be sad. So I'm going to read it in a voice that's funny to lighten it up a little bit. And it's titled Loser. I'm a loser, that's what they say. Fading through life like night and day. I consume your food and waste oxygen, melodically defecating noise and toxin. Paid the money to take my mouth, sewing it shut by north of south. Hate who it is they want me to be, my smile defined under fallacy. Enjoy what it is that makes me fun. Just pull the trigger, had enough, I'm done. So yeah, I was really sad when I wrote that, and I decided I'd read it kind of funny so it wasn't so heavy with emotions when I was finished reading it. Anyways, I just want the listeners to know I don't really consider myself a very sad person, although the people that know me would probably disagree. But if you did like the poem, please return for more mechanical poetry.
Yeah, that was in a happier time of my life. Like, I was the saddest probably 3-4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. Like, the saddest I've ever been was like from 5 years ago to like 2 years ago, because like I started seeing a therapist, dealing with a lot of things personally in my life. But yeah. Alright, well, the stream is almost done. So thanks for whoever watched on Twitch and whoever watched on YouTube. It didn't show me who subscribed, because if you have your subscriptions hidden, I won't be able to know. And OBS doesn't inform me anymore if somebody watches or follows me on Twitch like it used to work. But like the last time somebody followed me and it notified me was like 2 months ago, because I would check my phone and it would say that somebody followed or subscribed, and I'm just like, why isn't this working? This is very annoying. It's there for that reason, to be like, oh, well, hey, thanks for the follow, thanks for the subscribe, thank you very much, you know? Because then if somebody's subscribing to you while they're watching live, you know, they're like, you didn't notice? You didn't notice? What? But that's okay. So nobody chatted. That is okay also. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream. And I'm going to continue to stream Saturday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Stream for an hour. Maybe I'll get my poem written next time. Practice the best poem ever poem and try to read that in under 60 seconds without any errors. And it's like, you know, fairly entertaining. I don't want to be all monotone and read it and just be like, oh, this is the best poem ever. You know, have some character to it. Yeah. So yeah, I will be on next Saturday for poetry and my next stream for video games. Maybe I could randomly stream tonight. Be nice if my cousin called me and wanted to play games tonight, but I don't know. I texted him like a week ago and he didn't ever text me back. I don't know if he went somewhere or not, because sometimes he goes out of the country, and he told me like if he texts me back, it costs him like $10 or something, and he's just like, I'm not doing that, dude. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. So he might have went somewhere that he told me and I don't remember, but I don't know. It'd be awesome if he wanted to play games tonight, or if my buddy TJ wanted to play games tonight. But if I do stream, I'd probably be finishing up The Walking Dead, and then I will start that video game that he bought me, Dispatch. It's like some of the people from Telltale Games, since the company shut down, some of the people that worked on the Walking Dead games and The Wolf Among Us and whatnot, they put out a game that's a point and click and choices matter. And this one, apparently you can get involved in relationships, which I'm probably not going to do because he told me there's nudity in it and it would probably lead to like a sex scene or something. And YouTube and Twitch is most definitely not okay with nudity. So that, he said there's a setting that I can turn off. So I'm probably going to be turning that off and whatnot. All right, like I've been saying at the end of all of my streams, because I believe it 100%, there is hate out there, but there's more love. Hate is of many. Love is of many more.